It's time for the Gator Bowl. Ole Miss and Duke. Enjoy it.
You're watching Capital One Bowl Mania.
You're watching the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl as part of Capital One Bowl Mania. From Jacksonville, Florida, 14th ranked Ole Miss seeking back-to-back 10-win seasons for the first time in 65 years. Takes on Duke, shooting for its second 10-win season ever. And hi, everybody. Dave Pasch with Dusty Dvorak. We'll check in with Taylor McGregor here in a little bit. We just witnessed a few minutes ago a former Blue Devil, Riley Leonard, who spent 3 years quarterbacking Duke, now at Notre Dame, get the Irish into the college football playoff semifinal.
And he helped lay the foundation here at Duke for 3 straight 8-win seasons. What a year for Riley Leonard today, who's so good with his legs, helping this team all season long. And for Marcus Freeman, Notre Dame, a sensational run. 2 straight playoff victories into the semifinals. They'll face Penn State. We got Texas, Ohio State. The semis are set. Going to be a lot of fun, Dave.
And we'll get into those games, I'm sure, over the course of tonight. Meanwhile, Lane Kiffin thought, even with 3 losses, that Ole Miss should be in the college football playoff. Just ask him about it. They started 4-0 this year, blowing teams out in the first month of the season. And SEC play, they had some great wins. At South Carolina, also knocked off Georgia, won at Arkansas. The 3 losses, Kentucky, overtime against LSU, and at Florida. But as we mentioned, they missed out, obviously, on the playoff and finished number 14, and according to the committee. And they've got one of the best defenses in college football.
So disruptive, Dave. The best team in college football in creating sacks, tackles for loss. They've been masterful. And the great thing, that entire defensive line is all playing here tonight. And it's headlined by Walter Nolan, one of the absolute best defensive tackles in all of college football. His first step, the penetration he creates in backfields, so disruptive. One of the top defensive prospects in this upcoming draft. And he was kind of spearheaded by the quarterback, the leader of this football team. When Jackson Dart made the decision he was coming to play, the majority of this football team followed suit. One of the most decorated winners to ever wear an Ole Miss uniform at the quarterback position, looking to get his second straight 10-win season under his belt here tonight.
Duke Blue Devils taking the field, a 9-3 record for the second time in 3 years. And there's their head coach, Manny Diaz. Duke has won 5 straight bowl games. Diaz replaced Mike Elko, who took the Texas A&M job. Duke wanted an experienced head coach. Diaz spent 3 years as the head man at Miami and got Duke off to a great start. They were 5-0 for the first time in 30 years. Went on to lose 3 of their next 4 games, including an overtime defeat against an SMU team that made the college football playoff. They won their final 3 games, 3rd straight season with 8+ wins. But one of the downsides of the transfer portal, the timing. Malik Murphy, not only the starting quarterback for Duke, but he set records this year, but he's gone. He's going to Oregon State. So now they're starting a quarterback in Henry Beelan, who threw 1 pass all year, and that was 4 months ago.
What an opportunity for Henry Beelan here tonight. And they're going to put together a game plan to put him in position to thrive. But the story of this Duke football team, it's the defensive side of the football, where Manny Diaz, wears his hat. This defense creates a ton of negative plays, similar to Ole Miss. Number 2 in TFLs, number 3 in sacks. A lot of defense and negative plays will be on display here tonight.
That would certainly help Beelan. With more on his journey to this stage, let's check in with Taylor down on the field.
Dave, it's incredible. Beelan wasn't sure he would ever play quarterback again. He suffered a significant shoulder injury last season that really impacted his ability to throw. But what was weird, doctors couldn't figure out exactly what had happened or if he would ever improve. So it got to the point where coaches started suggesting, hey, maybe you need to have a position change. But he was bullish on wanting to play quarterback. And then in fall camp this year, he started to feel better. Ultimately, he was the backup, and now he gets the chance to start. He is fired up for this opportunity, Dave.
And trying to lead the Blue Devils to win number 10 in their 17th ever bowl game. It's the first meeting on the gridiron between Ole Miss and Duke. Kickoff is next from Jacksonville. Day pass, Dusty Dvorak, Taylor McGregor back in Jacksonville. Ole Miss and Duke in the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl. Ole Miss's first appearance in this game since 1991. The Rebels won the toss, elected to receive. Cosme Salas will boot it deep to Micah Davis. And we'll get a look at Jackson Dart making his 38th straight start for Ole Miss here in a moment. First team all SEC quarterback. This will be a touchback, and we'll come out to the 25.